Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Coach Shakia here. I'm the coordinator for Asphalt Green's Recess Enhancement Program, also known as REP. At REP, our goal is to make recess safe, active, and fun. In order to do that under these current conditions, we have to go over our safety tips. So tip 1, remember that you and your students should be washing their hands for at least 20 seconds before and after playing any game. Tip 2, everyone should be practicing social distancing. So everyone needs to be standing at least 6 feet apart at all times. Tip 3, try not to touch your face and remind your students that they shouldn't be touching their face. And tip 4, you and your students, if you have to cough or sneeze, make sure that you don't do it into your hands. Make sure you cough or sneeze into your arm. 2 thumbs up if we understand, and 2 thumbs up if we're ready to learn a new game. Great. In this video, we are going to focus on a really fun game called Line Math. What's the name of the game? Line Math. I'm going to be using the REP model, which stands for Ready, Explain, Play, to teach you about line math. Now, this game is great for students of all ages. It incorporates math with physical activity, and it helps maintain appropriate distance for safety, and you don't need a lot of equipment to play this game. So let's start with ready. When we're getting ready to play any game, there are a couple things we want to do. First thing we want to do is map out our play space and designate boundaries. Second, we want to remove anything that might pose a safety risk to our students. Third, you want to make sure that you have all the equipment that you need in order to play your game. For line math, the only thing that you'll need are cones or tape on the ground. And last, you want to make sure that you gather your students in an organized fashion and in an open space for this game. So line math is a relay race style game. So what you're going to do is you are going to make even teams of 3. So you have enough room for your students to be standing 6 feet away from each other. 2 claps if you're still with me. 2 claps if you're ready to move on to explain. Awesome. So we always want to give a brief, detailed explanation on how to play the game to our students before we play. When we're doing this, we want to make sure that we're using a loud, clear voice. We don't want to yell at our students. We just want to command their attention. We also want to check for understanding with open-ended questions. So for line math, a question I would ask is, where are you going to go when I say 4 plus 2? Or what do you do when you have the answer to the math question? Something like that. Now, you should have a copy of the rules for line math in front of you. I want you to follow along with me. I'm going to explain the rules to you as if I were explaining it to 5th grade students. Hey, 5th grade, Coach Shakia here. Can everybody say hello, Coach Shakia? Hi. So today for recess, I have a brand new game for you all to learn. It's called Line Math. What's the name of the game? Line math. Yes, you heard me right. You are going to be doing math problems, but you're also going to be racing. Now, can everyone point to the cones that I have set up along the gym? Yes. Now, the first cone, we just have 1 cone there. How many cones do we have? 1. A little farther up from that, how many cones do we have there? 2. That's right. A little farther up from that, how many cones do we have there? 3. And, yep, 4. And then the last set of cones, how many cones? 5. All right, so I'm glad you're already standing in your relay race teams. Now, the first people in line, you have to wait until I call out a math problem, all right? For example, if I say 4 plus 1, how much is that? 5. Now, the first people in line, when you know the math problem, you are going to run the distance to those cones, which is 5. And then once you make it that far, you're going to run back and sit down in the back of the line. The next people in line have to wait until I call out the next math problem. For instance, 8 take away 6. What's that? 2. So you are going to run the distance to where the 2 cones are, and then you are going to run back to the back of the line. That's right. The game is going to continue until everyone has gotten a chance to run. And then we're going to start all over again. 2 thumbs up if we understand. 2 thumbs up if we're ready to play. Good job. So those are the rules for line math. After we explain the rules to our students, we're going to start playing the game. A couple things we want to keep in mind while we're playing is that since this is a relay race style game, you want to practice getting your students into their teams. For relay races, the kids get really excited and they always want to see what's going on ahead of them. So they might be moving up a little close to the next person in front of them or moving out of their team's line. So make sure you put some tape or some cones on the ground so that you mark their spot. So they know that they should be standing at that spot at all times unless they are moving up to take the place of the person in front of them. Something else we want to remember is that since it's a game where you're going to be saying math equations, make sure that you already have the math equations in your head ready for the next group of students who will be running out after the other group of students run back to their line. You want to make sure that this game keeps going and the kids are not just standing around for a long time. Another thing we want to do is make sure we do different math problems for the different grade levels. So let's use simple math like addition and subtraction for kindergarten and first grade, and a little harder math like multiplication and division for the older grades. And we always want to add extra activity. So let's say we've done already one round where everyone has ran out and we are starting a new round of line math. This time, after you say the equation and the students run out to that distance, have them do jumping jacks of the amount of that distance. So let's say I say 4 plus 1, which is 5. They're going to run the distance of the 5 cones, and they're going to do 5 jumping jacks before they run back to the end of their line. So that is line math for you. I hope you all had fun learning how to play line math today. We'll have a new fun game for you all to learn tomorrow. Stay tuned for more videos and have fun and be safe. See you soon.